Judi here, and welcome back to the 13th episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In today's video, we are going to be designing a special little area for the Able sisters. Now, I kind of want to give it a bit of a grand entrance, which is kind of a theme with everything on my island, really. I like grand entrances. So today, I thought the Able sisters, the shop where I spend almost all of my bells, probably needs a grand entrance as well. So I made this sort of like waterfall thing around the town hall, and if you recognize it, it is pretty much the exact same thing I did around the museum. I have an addiction to waterfalls, that's okay. So I wanted to see how these cliffs can connect to the rest of the town, right? So I have the town hall here, I have these waterfalls going around it, and I also planted some flowers just to keep it looking a little bit natural, even though it is not really natural to have that many waterfalls surrounding a building. It's fine, we don't judge. So I just want to see how I can make these cliffs sort of flow into the rest of the town without these kind of sharp edges, and I figured may as well make a little platform for the Able sisters. So just for temporarily, I moved the Able sisters so you can see here's their building. It's just sitting over here waiting for a proper home. So that's what we're going to create today. Now the first thing I did is I did clear out some of the plants and trees that were in the way, so we should be able to just get to constructing. Now I am going to have to actually terraform a little bit in the side of the cliff here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to stretch this land about 3 more blocks so that I can continue that cliff going down a bit more so that it sort of like forms a horseshoe cliff shape around the shop. Okay, let's actually see what's in this present here. We got a cone, okay. Alright, maybe we could create a little setup inspired by orange. Now the reason I wanted this to be 3 wide is because you can actually round off the corners. So there you go, it just creates sort of this smoother, more natural looking cliff. So now that I have the town hall all landscaped, I can work on the Able sisters area. So I am going to have to remove these little tiny waterfalls because I had them in my previous design, but I don't really need them now. Now I am actually going to take away a row of the cliff back here because I want you to be able to go fishing still. So I shouldn't make it that difficult to get to the river. I mean, how are we going to catch little turtles if we can't even get to our river? Now the other thing I want to do is I want to make it so that you can actually see the river from behind the shop. So I'm going to actually take back the cliff even more, just so that the river sticks out even more from the top. And then it should be a little bit more accessible, or at least visible. Alright, let me climb back up and see how that looks. See, I feel like it's a lot easier to see the river now, which is good, that's what we want. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to mark out where I want to build the building. So at the very back, I want there to be a little fence. So I'm just going to mark that out using a flower. Now I am going to create a little bit of a stone path going right along the edge here, just to make a little spot for my benches that go next to the river. Also, the maker address for these stones, if you'd like to download them, 3391 6565 7263. 3391 6565 7263. I'll also have the numbers written on the screen so you can enter those in your Able sisters little custom design kiosk. So I'm going to have the fence here, the stones here, and then I'm going to have like 2 rows, one for the benches and then one just empty space. So I'll mark those out with some clovers for now. And then right here I'm going to have a flower garden that goes all the way around the shop. So let me grab out some dark dirt just to sort of mark out where the flower bed is going to go. So I think it's going to go somewhere around here. Now this is only a rough approximation. I'm not completely sure at the moment. Okay, so there's going to be a tree here, so let me just dig a hole right there. And then there's going to be a couple of trees in front of that. And then at the very, very front of all of that, there's going to be the steps that lead up to the shop. Let me grab my ladder and actually step down here. And we're going to have to fill in a lot more of the cliff. I'm only going to create this top corner, and then I'm going to move the shop here to see how it sort of fits in the frame. And then I'm just going to build around it. So for now, that should be good. Let me just move that flower, and I think we are going to need a bit more space. We don't have to get an exact measurement, but it seems like the shop is about 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the Able Sisters is about 4 by 5 blocks. So that's how much space we're going to have to create for it as we're making the cliff right here. So right now we have a, I think, 3 by 4 space, which isn't going to be enough. So we're going to have to stretch out the cliff a bit more. Alright, so now that that's done, we should be able to go to Tom Nook and ask to move the Able Sisters. I am going to have to withdraw a little bit of money from the ATM though. Alright Nook, I would like to move a building. Ah, Judi, hello. This is the construction consultation counter. How can I help you, I would actually like to talk infrastructure. Let's chat. There are a number of things we can discuss, but what exactly did you have in mind? I would actually like a layout change. Excellent, and which building did you want to move? The tailor's. Ah yes, the tailor shop. It's going to cost 50,000 bells to move it, so do you want to suggest moving it? Yes, I would really like to. Yes, very good. Let's see what Mabel thinks of the idea then. Wait one moment while I contact her. Alright, let's see. Hopefully Mabel will agree with our decision here. Well, Mabel, what do you think about Judy's suggestion to move your shop? That sounds fine by me. I'm sure Sable will be happy wherever you pick too, Judi. Alright then, sounds great. You just leave the rest to me and our little friend Judi. Don't worry, Mabel, I'm gonna make a very beautiful spot for the Able Sisters. Well, Judi, since the matter of moving is now settled, I'll take that construction fee now. 50,000 bells. Oh my goodness, ouch. Next up, I'd like you to pick out the new location. In your pockets, you'll find the moving kit that you need. Find a spot and deploy. Alright, Nook, I'll go work on that. Alright, well, hi Megan, you're just cleaning up the town plaza? How's your day going, Sunday? I actually came for a little chat, I guess. You're glad for weather like this that's perfect for air drying your laundry. Yeah, it is a very beautiful sunny day today in Sayshell. Alright, so let's head over here. And let's actually see if there is enough space to move the Able Sisters. There might not be. It's definitely very on the edge. And sometimes you need a bit more space than the store size, so let's see. Actually, that's perfect. So that does line up with the corner there, and I measured correctly, so I'm very proud of myself. Should we actually imagine it really quick? I already know that this is where I want it, but you know, may as well. There we go, look how nice it looks. I mean, it kind of looks like you might fall off the edge of the cliff into the river if you walk out too fast, but we are going to build a bit more around it, so it's not going to stay on the ledge like that. But alright, there we go. I picked a new location for the tailor shop. We are going to have to extend the flower bed one more block, so let me grab, not grass, we're going to need dirt. And let me just do that. And then I'm just going to build the cliff out a little bit around it, so I am going to have to shift the river. If you're getting discouraged while terraforming, just remind yourself that it might be a bit tricky now, but it's going to be so worth it in the end. Plus, this is really the respect that the Able Sisters deserves anyways. Alright, now that we have the river filled in, I am going to extend the cliff a little bit more over to the side. Alright, so now I'm actually going to use the trees from this old walkway and I'm going to move them up to surround the shop. Now I'm just going to stretch out the land in front of the shop so that there is a little bit of breathing room and you don't just walk out of it directly over a cliff edge, because that's a little bit scary when you think about it. Alright, so now we have the platform for the shop. So we have to create a little pathway that goes across the front. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm actually going to grab out my dirt path and lay this out. There we go. And then I'm actually going to add some hedges. So let me just build these right along the edge here because we don't want anyone to fall. That would not be very nice. Now I'm going to use this white brick pattern to go over the pavement. And this white brick pattern, the maker address for it is actually F7G5 BNS8 2K4P. F7G5 BNS8 2K4P. So if you'd like to download them, that is their code. I think they look really nice. So we just want to continue these going all the way around the dirt path. No, I did not mean to put them in the flower bed, and I didn't mean to put them there either. Alright, now that we have that done, at the end of each of these, I'm going to build a staircase. But for now, I guess they're just going to stay like that. And I'm actually going to build a little bit of cliff right here to sort of surround the staircase. So I'm just going to build right here, just about maybe 2 or 3 blocks. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. But again, I'm going to have to continue trimming this river because it is just in the way. And that's sort of the basic setup for now. It is going to take a few days to build the staircases, get the shop moved, and finish moving out all of these trees in the front. But that's sort of the start of what we're going to do for the Able Sisters. And just so that you're able to see a finished design, I did already do this to the Nook's Cranny. And here's what it looks like. So I do have the cliffs that go around the steps, but then instead of just having the edge of the cliff here, which would look really blocky and strange, I did put these white street lamps, which just kind of, even though you can't smooth a 1 block wide cliff, this kind of creates the effect of smoothing it. Then I have a little raised deck here with the fortune cookie chart. Fortune cookie chart? Fortune cookie cart. And then you go up either staircase, which takes you to the Nook's Cranny. And behind it, I actually have the little river area. Now, I do still have to finish terraforming that river down there. And I do also want to add some white benches so that you can kind of sit here and look out over the river. But for now, I am really happy with this little area. I think it looks really cute. And it's a lot more interesting to look at this than just having the shop on the ground, I think. And also, I did build a little bridge here, and this is my attempt at starting some more little natural mountainous areas in the town. I think it would be quite cute. Planted some flowers here, and all of this is connected to Paradise Island, which actually connects it to the river mouth. So you can see I have the river back there. If I show you my map here, I did want the river to be continuous. So the river goes all the way around the town. It kind of splits. Then it goes down here, it goes up into this little mountain thing. Then it goes all the way over, it goes up here, and it forms this sort of paradise waterfall behind my beach. And if we hop all the way across, you can see that the river mouth, where it connects to the ocean, is actually right down here. So it is all interconnected, which I think is really nice. Oh, and Gulliver is actually on our beach. Gulliver, wake up. No, don't make me go back to space. It's cold and dark and... Huh? Oh my goodness, Gulliver, were you about to fly your UFO again? I'm not in space? Oh, it's you, Judi. Were you the one who jabbed me awake just now? Thanks. Also, ow. Feels like my cage got rattled pretty bad. I must have bumped the old noggin as I fell overboard. Maybe the pain will fade if I keep talking. Ow. Laughing. Bad. Laughing is bad. Oh my goodness, Gulliver, you have a headache? I feel bad now. Will you hang with me till the hurting stops? You've got a face that screams ample free time. Okay, Gulliver, I have a life too. But of course I'll help you. I don't want your head to hurt. I must have slipped over the side of my boat again. I have no idea where my ship is right now. The crew must be worried sick. Never fear. We'll be reunited in a jiffy. Gulliver, your walkie-talkie must be broken again. Handy dandy, my... Oh my gosh! My handy dandy communicator is broken. This isn't handy or dandy. Oh, sardines. It's all cracked and busted. Looks like it's missing a few communicator parts too. That means I'll have to wait for my crew to find me on their own. That could take a while. I've only got enough nautical puns to last for a couple of hours. You, yes you. Will you help me find my communicator parts? I'll look for them because you have a headache, Gulliver. But you really have to stop crashing on my beach. The communicator parts are probably buried in the sand somewhere. I'm just missing 5 parts. If you find them, I'll try to cram them back in here. The thing is, if I can find a couple of parts in the sand, and you can put together a walkie-talkie, you should really just go into engineering, Gulliver. Like, you can just do that, no tools or anything. But sailing is just not working out for you, buddy. And from what you just said about your UFO days, it doesn't seem like you enjoyed flying UFOs either. Now, the way you find them is there are some little bubbles in the sand, which is sort of the same way that you find clams usually, but this isn't clams, it's communicator parts. I'm thinking about moving Paradise Island back a little. Where will I get lasers? Hey, I know this is like out of nowhere, but I want you to have my giant ribbon. What apple? It looks so cute on you. The thing is, after I bought this, an amazing friend gave me the exact same thing. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Why were you thinking about lasers though? You cute little bean. Thank you for the ribbon. I'm glad that she still has one, because sometimes she just walks around my town wearing a ribbon, and it's the cutest thing. I have no idea where she got it, but it's so cute. Let's see. Are there any bubbles in the sand here? Flurry, we have to talk to her. At all times. So happy to see you, Powder Puff. I want to chat. I'm glad for weather like this. It's perfect for air drying your laundry. It is, it is. This is a bit odd. I'm not seeing any bubbles in the sand. There's some wharf roaches. Those aren't going to help us much. Does Gulliver's challenge get harder every time he crashes? Because I feel like it does. Oh, there's some bubbles. There's some bubbles. Alright, we got one of them. There's the second one. There we go. Alright, we just need one more. Where, oh where could it be? It's a part! Okay, we found all of them. Awesome. Alright, Gulliver, here you go. I really don't think you should be sailing so much. It doesn't really end well for you anytime you do, but you do you. I mean, like, if you want to keep trying your best, then you keep trying your best. Alright, the pieces are all crammed back in here. Let's see if this thing can send a message. Ahoy there, crew. It's me, your brother from another rudder. So listen, it happened again. Can you swing by to pick me up? Sending my coordinates now. Gulliver, over and out. You're the best. Thank you for all your help. I promise to return the favor. Be sure to check your mail in a few days. I'm gonna send you something that'll knock your flippers off. Just make sure you put on some flippers before you open it, okay? Ah, I'm saved. Nothing to do now but pace back and forth for the next few hours. Better get started. You're really just gonna pace back and... I mean, like, we have a whole island if you wanna look at it. No? Oh, okay. At least he's in the Wawa safe zone, so none of the Wawas are gonna come for him. So now that we've got a start on the Able Sisters and we've helped Gulliver, I guess that's all for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everybody!